Because of the pandemic, there will be a lot fewer places to vote in person for the upcoming election and a lot more voting by mail. But what if you've never voted by mail before? ABC 10 News anchor Derek Stahl is going in depth to explain the voting do's and don'ts.
In the March primary, election officials had to disqualify more than 102,000 California mail-in ballots, about 1.5% of the mail-in total. So how do you ensure your vote gets counted? The very first step is to make sure you're registered to vote, says Secretary of State Alex Padilla.
You might have signed up to vote just recently. Maybe it's been some time. Go to vote.ca.gov, confirm that your voter registration information is up to date and current, especially your mailing address.
The deadline to register is October 19th. The second thing you'll want to do is make a plan for how you'll vote, and there are 3 options.
Our recommendation, particularly with the pandemic, is to vote by mail in this upcoming election.
Because of the pandemic, election officials are sending mail-in ballots to every active registered voter for the first time in state history. As long as you're registered by October 19th, you'll get one, says San Diego County Registrar of Voters Michael Vu.
First is to clearly mark that ballot, similar to any time that you go to a polling place, with an ink pen, black or blue is preferred.
Once it's filled out, seal the ballot in the prepaid return envelope and sign the back. Missing or mismatched signatures are the second most common reason that mail-in ballots get disqualified. The number 1 reason is that they're sent back too late.
Fill it out at your leisure, but send it back with plenty of time, just to make sure that it's postmarked on or before Election Day in order to count.
You can return the ballot to the post office or a drop-off location. There are 126 in San Diego County. You can also drop it off at a polling place. If mail ballots aren't your thing, there are 2 options for voting in person. In person on Election Day or in person up to 3 days early.
If you choose to vote in person, don't wait for the last day. Go the very first day that voting locations are open.
All of the polling places will open on Halloween, October 31st, but your assigned polling place has probably changed. In San Diego County, they've gone from more than 1,500 locations last cycle to just 235, but they're bringing in larger venues like Viejas Arena and the Convention Center.
They're strategically located no less than 2,000 square feet in the majority of these locations to allow for physical distancing. One of the reasons why we're doing the fewer but larger and longer period of time is because of the pandemic, and to distribute voters as well as to spread voters across a 4-day period as opposed to a 1 specific day period.
New this year, you can sign up to track your ballot with text alerts and emails to know exactly when it's counted through a new service called Where's My Ballot? In short,
do a little bit of homework, know the process, decide how you're going to vote, and do it early.
A record 72% of California ballots were cast by mail in the March primary. So election officials are used to this process, but they're still urging voters to have patience for a long count. Registrar Vu says he expects to take the full 30 days to certify the results. Derek Stahl, ABC 10 News.